Hey guys, Braxton here. Okay, so here's the deal. Um, I wanted to first and foremost apologize for one, always apologizing, and two, doing a really shitty job at getting my videos out there. Um, the reason why I started making YouTube videos is one, so I could document my transition for myself, but also to be able to document my transition for you guys, because sometimes these transitions, they're not just for the guys that are transitioning. They're also for guys that are considering transitioning or are considering, trying to figure out whether or not they're transgender. And I honestly think that, you know, if, as many guys as it get their videos out and can get their transition out there, if they're comfortable with it, the better, because that way, you're getting every single person's point of view of their transition, because, some guys are different. Like, some guys, they might have an easy transition. And when I say easy, I mean, their family's accepting, um, their family's accepting, their friends are accepting, their work is accepting, and just the general environment that they're in isn't a very accepting environment. And when I so that's what I mean by a fairly easy transition. Now, let me make it clear that no transition is easy, whether it's emotional, mental, or physically. No transition is easy. So I just want to make that clear. That's so when I do say an easy transition, I just mean their external environment, things that they can't control, are positive, have a very positive outcome rather than a negative. So when I say a really difficult transition, I mean, maybe their parents don't accept them, their parents belittle them, their parents um, refuse to call them by their name and by their pronouns, or maybe kicked them out, or disowned them, or whatever. Like, that's what I mean by a difficult transition. But I'm not trying to say that one guy's transition is easier than the other. But anyways, my point of making this video is, one, to apologize of how shitty of a job that I've been doing. I'm going to try and pick it up because my VPN's been working fairly well recently. I don't know how well it's going to work with trying to upload videos, just because uploading videos is a pain in the ass anyways, especially even when I was back in the States. But I'm going to try and do it here. I can't make any promises, but I will try, and try and do a better job. But anyways, and then the second thing is, I just want to, late when I first started transitioning, and I was making my videos, it was mainly just for myself, and kind of for other people, but for myself, just because I wanted to see the differences that I would see once I started testosterone, and then, just the emotional roller coaster that I would be going on from going to newly out trans man, so a baby trans man, to, starting to age, starting to go through puberty, coming into my adult trans man stages. I would still say that I am in my adolescent stages. I'm still going through puberty. I'm still seeing a lot of different changes. Granted, they slowed down a lot, but I'm still kind of in my adolescent years. So, anyways, but as I started going through it, I had this desire, this really strong need to make a difference. I just kept telling myself, if my videos aren't making a difference, if people aren't seeing my videos, if people aren't, talking about my videos, then I'm not making a difference. And it was just I just got strung on having to make a difference, and I realized that I don't have to have as many views as Aiden Dowling or Skylar or you know the more well-known trans men in the community to know that I'm making a difference. If I have one regular trans guy that watches my videos and I'm making a difference in his life, then that's fine by me. And I don't have to know that. Just knowing that there's a possibility of that being true makes me happy. And so, coming back to this and kind of restarting it, it's more of, I'm going to be going over topics that I talked about before. I'll be rewatching my own videos to see what I said previously, maybe correct myself if my views have changed. And it's not, and I promise you guys, it's not me, trying to backpedal. It's not me trying to, save my own ass, like that type of thing. It's because transitioning is a very maturing thing. There is no way that you cannot avoid maturing when you're transitioning, because you are forced to. You have to be able to handle the things that come with the transition. So I'll be reviewing topics that I have previously and just giving my point of view and how it's changed, and just maybe thinking of different topics. And if I start getting more views, I start getting more views. As long as I'm getting my videos out there and there's that possibility that I might be changing one guy's life, then that's fine. I've realized that I don't need to be Aiden Dowling. I don't need to be Skylar. I don't have to be on the cover of magazines to be making a difference. And one of my favorite quotes is by Gandhi, and it says, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be that change. And if I can be a domino effect, then that's great. If I can, light one other candle, then that's great. I'm going to. It's what I'm going to do. And I implore you guys that are watching my videos, if you are, freshly coming out, if you're a baby trans man, maybe you're an adolescent, or even if you're in your adult years, and you haven't started making videos, start making videos. It doesn't matter if you weren't able to get videos out there at the very beginning of your transition, if you're an adolescent trans man or you're an adult trans man. And when I use those terms, I'm not meaning, oh, this is a trans guy that's 15, 16. No, you could be in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, and you be an adolescent trans man. Maybe you've lived your life as a butch lesbian, or maybe you lived your life as a straight female. Like, it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting your videos uploaded and getting your videos out there, you can be making a difference, because like I said, no trans man's transition is the same. I have a really good friend of mine. I met him when I was first starting my transition. I had come out as transgender. I was going to the Pride Center, and I met this guy, and we became best friends. And he made a huge difference in my transition. He made it a lot easier, because I knew I could go to someone that would understand how I felt and understand the pain that I was experiencing and things like that. But his transition was still very different. He wasn't at home when he was transitioning. The people that he was around on a regular basis never misgendered him, or almost never misgendered him. They treated him as a male, that type of thing. And so he had a very different kind of transition than I did. And he comes from a very different background than I did. But we still get along, and we still, have a lot of similar experiences, but our transitions have been very different. Another friend of mine, he ended up coming out as transgender after I did. I kind of fell away from talking to him and his girlfriend. His girlfriend I knew in high school. and I met him through his girlfriend, um, and his transition has also been very different from mine. There have been times when I've questioned whether or not the transition has been right for me, and whether or not I should be doing this, and should I be on testosterone? Should I be putting my body through this? Should I be putting my parents through this? Should I be putting everybody else through this? Should I be, should I just be putting myself emotionally and mentally through this? Like, should I be going through a transition? And so I'm sorry for the length of the video. I've been trying to talk fast so I can get through this. But once again, I implore you guys, whether you're a baby trans man, adolescent trans man, adult trans man, please, 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 please start making videos. It doesn't matter what topic you're talking about. It doesn't matter if you're just talking about sucks. Like, I don't care, as long as it's tying into your transition, how you feel, and like just your point of view on any topic that you feel like could relate to someone's transition. Whether or not I think it relates to a transition, you might think it relates, and some other random guy watching your video might think it relates to a transition. That's fine. That's great. Like, awesome. So please, please, please get your videos started, get them out there, because honestly, if it's just one guy that you help out, you could have possibly saved a life, because, he might be watching my videos and say, I still don't get it, like, I don't feel that way. But he might watch your videos and say, oh my gosh, someone finally understands. So I want you guys to please get your opinions out there. Get yourself out there. And if you don't feel comfortable with it, then that's fine. Maybe a suggestion would be, don't show your face. You don't need to show your face. If you're afraid of someone bullying you, or if you're afraid of someone finding you on YouTube, that's fine. Don't show your face. Maybe just show this part of you, or whatever, or just show a picture, but have your voice out there. Alright? And when you get comfortable, maybe start showing your face. But, do what you can to get yourself out there, because you could help a guy out. But that is my 2 bits. Again, I'm so sorry that I've been doing such a shitty job at getting my videos out there. I'm going to try and start back up again. And I'm just going to make a couple more videos tonight. And then I'll try and get those posted for you guys. Love you guys. Peace.